Abdullah Alim. The floor is yours.
What we'll do is we'll continue your sharing your experiences. Yeah. So for now, myself and Carlo would listen to anybody if you've got anything further to say. Any experiences you have, the smallest or the largest experiences you have in your schools. Anybody confident to share anything with us?
He singled me out and said, "Oi, you slave, go get my bag," because he was complaining about how he left his bag across the hall, and he was like, "Someone go get my bag." And then he said, you go get my bag," and you slave, go get my bag. And the thing is, I was so confused because one, he wasn't like, I don't know his race.
And I have a question for Abdul, because I know you're the community cohesion officer and stuff, and I know you said you can help, but how are you going to make sure it's implemented?
If you face an issue in school and you go report it to a member of staff, one thing I tell everybody, and I ask you to tell all your friends and everybody who's in school, write it down. Write down the day it happened. Who was involved as a witness? This is yourself. Who was involved when it happened? Which member of staff was there? Who you reported it to? When you go home, you say to your parents, "Hey, this is what happened in school." Your parents then can ring school up and say, "This has happened at this time." You have the full details. Please, can you tell me what the school has done about it? And has it been logged in as a racist incident or an incident report? So we can make a change, but it's a long road towards it. But collectively, with your support, with children in schools, with our communities actively putting pressure, we can make it happen. And I can see it occurring really, really fast. It's only been 2 years in my post, and we're starting to build momentum. And that's what we need to continue. Yeah.
I don't know, but people just started to pick on him, and he normally relied on me. Like back in year 7, like if you give me mouth, I'll give you mouth back. I do not care. But then I started getting in trouble, and my parents told me to ignore the report. But while in year 7, I should just give them mouth, tell them come at me, and they just start getting scared. And year 7, when I started to back down a bit, they started picking on him more. So what I'm meant to do, if they're telling me to back down, but yet they're picking on him more, I've got nothing to do now. Report, they don't do anything.
Is that in school?
Yeah, it's in school. Some guy called Brad.
So in school, you have structures that are put in place. So you need to follow them structures. In any situation, I would advise you not to let go of you always stay in control. Yeah, always try and stay in control and do not use threats. You know, you guys are heroes and shereos, yeah? So
I'm not threatening them. Like, they give me call me like somewhat racist. I'm like, come at me, bro. What are you gonna do about it?
So what I would say to you, Toby, is for you to find the first member of staff and report it. Yeah? You must report it. Report the name, the time, get it logged down.
The last few years, it's becoming more and more to the surface. And this year, with Black Lives Matter, is an opportunity to ramp it up and use it to accelerate things more.
Kathy?
Right. Oh, I'm really excited that we are having this conversation, and especially raising this issue of us, the young people, going to talk about it. I actually wanted to say before that we are heroes and shereos. So it's not just about defending ourselves as individuals, but heroes, they stand up for people. And that is the kind of thing that we want to impart in our young people, that we are not just standing up for you. And if you hear from most of them when they were speaking, they were like, no, I thought someone was going to stand up for me. I thought someone was going to stand up for me. People were there, but they said nothing. And we want this group to be those people who will stand up for the rest. And so trying to steer a group that's going to come up and have campaigns and stuff like that would be great. And it's good to know that you guys are here to support us, especially in that regard with the initiative of doing some sort of campaigns and raising awareness. And I think that we're in the right direction. And hopefully we're going to be having conversations along those lines and setting up strategies of how to go about it.
We need a commitment. So I put this on Carlo because he's a community cohesion officer here now. He has the power to bring people together. Let's bring them together and let's talk about these injustices. Get the support of them, and then we let it be known to all the schools that we have support. And you know what? we're going to be knocking on your door. And this is something that we need to do, empower parents as well.
Yes. I can see few people. Can you just go straight to the point? Becca B, then Anita. Straight to the point.
I wanted to you know when you said the excuse and stuff now, children not being understood. In my case, well, it's not even about not being understood. They just think like most black kids are angry. So then they just most of the time they get put in excuse and then they are put for anger management classes. And sometimes it's just like they don't need anger management classes. They just need to understand where they're coming from. And not every time, like, they'll just be sent to an anger management class. They automatically do things that will always angry with
So Becky B, what you need to do is you need to put that in an email, tell me which school it is, get some numbers behind you who feel that way, and then we will come and we'll start working with the school to understand you.
We're all human. Why are we treating each other different? How can that be? We are different, but that difference should give strength, not weakness. It should make us stronger because we have differences of opinion, of approaches coming together. We learn about each other. It should make us stronger, not weaker.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Carlo. And my advice for the young people is that when you see any form of injustice or racism, don't forget to speak. Make sure you don't ignore it. Don't say, oh, well, it's okay. Don't say that. Stand up against racism, but intelligently. Don't ignore it. Don't cope with it. Don't put up with it. As Abdullah have said to us, report it to your parents, record it, take all the details, take it down. You can always get in touch with me or Auntie Nikki, and we will take up your case. Thank you guys for coming, and it's been wonderful. I hope you've enjoyed today's section. Share all the things that you've learned today, all the information. Share it with your friends that they are not on this platform. It's great having you. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend.